Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees who wanted to seek the blessings of Radha Madhav, Radha Shyamsundar, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Gaunitai, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. So, wanted to continue with the abodes of the Lord and actually looking at the material world. And we looked at the upper planetary systems yesterday, and today we continue with looking at the middle planetary systems, which includes Bhulok, which is our Earth. The planetary system in which we are living is called Bhulok. It is also referred to as Bhumandal. Per the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is like a lotus flower extended over a vast area of space. In the whole, in the middle, there are 7 layers, and in the center is Jambudvip, which consists of 9 regions, including Bharatvarsh. So this is Earth. And this is the place where karma has a big impact in Bhulok, because this is where if we do good things, we get the result of that, the fruits of that come. And if we are not so good, do some crazy things, then we get the punishment for that. And depending on how our behavior is, we either go upwards or downwards. Of course, most people will do both, good and not so good. So their situation is perhaps a little difficult to completely ascertain. Yes, Nariman.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. Can I ask you something about karma? Just a short, or we can
Yeah,
discuss.
of course.
Now, when you say karma has a big impact, now people they generally assume that good karma brings good results and bad karma brings bad results.
Yeah.
It's not that straightforward, in my opinion, because we try to do good karma and we don't always end up with a good result in the time that we know. It may come later on, so that's what I think it is. It may pay off any time, not immediately, isn't it?
Yeah. There's that saying, isn't it? What was that saying? A good act never goes unpunished. A good act never goes unpunished.
Never
You're
goes
right. Sometimes you think you're doing something good, but you see that the result is maybe not so good. And you're correct. Over time, you have the benefit of that good act, but it may not be immediate. That's true. And it may not be immediate because in the meantime, we may have done, not in the meantime, but previously we may have done something, not so good to deserve, the the negative thing that happened to us. And that's why Krishna says to Arjun, I can't remember what chapter, but he says it is very difficult to work out the intricacies of karma, because there's so many acts we perform, good, bad, indifferent, which we just don't know when they're going to fructify. So yeah, it's very
the basic thing is that it will bring a result. Good thing will give good result sometime, and bad result will give a bad result sometime. So it is like a cast iron stone. Whatever you do is there, isn't it?
Whatever you do, it's there. And it's not going to be reversible.
No.
Except, if you remember, out of the 5 subject matters of the Bhagavad Gita, only one is not eternal, and that's karma. And one of the reasons why it's not eternal is because we can change our karma. And the way to change the karma is by taking shelter of the Supreme Lord and, taking protection from him. So he can, if he wants to, he can reverse the activity, the effect of karma. And usually when a devotee goes through difficulties, the devotee's mindset is, oh, my difficulties it would have been a lot worse, but the Lord has minimized them.
Yeah.
So this is the effect, yeah. But you're right, otherwise karma is very hard to reverse. It will come one day.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. In the Bhagavatam, it explains how a baby calf in the middle of so many Gaumatas, the baby calf will always find the mother, its mother, even in the midst of many, many, many Gaumatas. So in the same way, the karmic reaction will always find us, even amongst so many other activities going on at the same time. It's painful.
Yes, very good analogy, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that's in the Bhagavatam. Yeah, that's right.
Very excellent.
So yeah, no, thank you for asking. Karma is yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Okay, so
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, so now,
Sorry to interrupt.
that's okay.
You mentioned about the calf, baby calf. Where can I find that? Is that the Srimad Bhagavatam? I lost some information.
Oh yes, that there's a verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam which explains the effect of karma, and it gives this example that just like a calf will always find its mother, even in a huge herd of cows, just like that, the karmic reaction that we are due will always find us, even in the event of so many things going on, so many people around us. The karmic reaction will always find us.
Okay, I will look it up. Thanks a lot. Thank you for the information. One thing more.
In progress.
In the last classes, I'm getting a lot of more information, what I never heard before. So it's so interesting.
Oh, right. Okay.
Thank you.
No, thank you so much. Thank you for your feedback. And I haven't made it up, by the way. All of this information comes from either the Bhagavad Puran or the Brahma Samhita, or one of the books from the six Goswamis, or it can be from even Padma Puran, different places.
It's true, Prabhuji. It's true because it's always. I mean, even if you're seen in a sort of like a herd traveling in India, they always go around and find their own mothers. So it is even practical. It is true, Prabhuji.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, so the first 7 planetary systems we've sort of covered. Now we're going to look at the abodes, the lower planetary systems. Now, in general, in the lower planetary systems, the sun doesn't shine, doesn't go here in these places, and the light comes from different gems which the demons wear, or something like that. You know, these different planets, they belong to the demoniac class, but they're not necessarily, they're full of opulence, they're full of enjoyment. Some commentators say that there's more enjoyment in these lower planetary systems than even in heaven. So, which is quite interesting. Anyway, let's have a look at them. Attalalok, 7 amongst other systems, 7 other systems lie 70,000 yojanas, that's 560,000 miles below Earth, starting with Atala. These subterranean worlds, also known as Bilaswarg, are also heavenly places of enjoyment for the demoniac class of people. So there, the difference is God is not in the picture at all. Right? God is not in the picture, generally speaking. In the heavens, Vishnu is part of the Vedic, setup. So God is part of that setup. But in the lower planetary systems, God is generally not in the setup. The sunshine does not reach these regions. Their light comes through the jewels on the hoods of serpents. Okay. People with great demoniac power reside here. They live with great material enjoyment, even more than heaven, without any spiritual enjoyment or advancement. So it's just a question of enjoying. They also do not become old or diseased, and fear of death has no effect on them, aside from the time factor. So very interesting, these 7 lower planetary systems. Oh, just 1 second. Yes, for Galaxy, I think. In Atala, there is a demon, the son of Maya Danava, named Bala, who created 96 kinds of mystic power. Some so-called yogis and swamis take advantage of this mystic power to cheat people even today. So Maya Danava is actually also described in the Bhagavad Puran. He's there. He's, in fact, I think he assisted Arjun and Krishna at one point. So, but yeah, they have a lot of mystic powers in these lower planetary systems. So that's Atala, the abode of demons, son of Maya Danava Bala. Okay, let's look at the next one. Vitalok. Okay, interesting how Lord Shiva and his wife Gauri reside here. Interesting. So, although generally these planets are full of demons, Lord Shiva resides here. And the reason why he resides here is because he's very merciful, and he does like to give mercy to the demons. So that's one of the reasons why he resides in these holy places, or in these lower planetary systems. So that's quite interesting. Sorry, just 1 second. Okay. Because of their presence, a kind of gold is produced called Ataka. Then we have Sutalok. The Sutalok is very famous because in the Bhagavatam it describes the pastime where Bali Maharaj resides there. The great son of Maharaj Virochan, Bali Maharaj, who is celebrated as the most pious king, resides even now he resides. Now, why does he reside there? Bali Maharaj was favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vamandev. Vamandev is the small Brahmin boy who appeared when Bali Maharaj was doing his yajna to conquer the whole universe. And in fact, he'd already conquered the heavenly planets. But he was doing this yajna, and the demigods, once he'd finished it, he would have been unconquerable. So the demigods begged Lord Vishnu to come and protect them. And he did. He came as Vamandev, and as Vamandev, because of Bali Maharaj's intense devotional service. Because what happened, Vamandev took 3 steps of land, and from Bali Maharaj, and the first step covered the whole earth. Even though he was a little boy, he covered the whole earth. Second step covered the whole universe. And then the third step, Bali Maharaj said, yes, you can put it on my head. So the Lord became very pleased with Bali Maharaj. Anyway, even now, so Lord agreed, Lord sent Bali Maharaj to Sutalok. But he said, I will also come and I will also be your gatekeeper. So you will always have my darshan because you're such a great devotee of the Lord. So this is the most amazing pastime. So even now, Bali Maharaj engages in devotional service by worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the planet of Sutalok. So this is really one of the most incredible pastimes. There is a small Brahmin boy who was born to Aditi and Kashyap Muni. And the demigods came at that time to also worship him. And this is Bali Maharaj who promised his Vamandev these 3 steps of land. He took these 3 steps by force. So oh, okay. Wait. This one. Yeah, do it. So, and this is Bali Maharaj captured by the Lord, and amazingly, the Lord gave him this incredible benediction. So, Talatala Lok. So this is another lok. Talatala Lok, the abode of demon Maya. This demon is always materially happy because he is favored by Lord Shiva, but he cannot achieve spiritual happiness at any time. So a lot of these loks are full of great enjoyment. But that enjoyment is temporary, and how much can you enjoy anyway? This body is very limited. Mahatal Lok, where there are many snakes with hundreds and thousands of hoods, Mahatala is the abode of many hooded snakes, descendants of Kadru, who are always very angry. Rasatala Lok, the abode of the demoniac sons. Sorry. The abode of the demoniac sons of Diti and Danu. They are called Panis, Nivata, Kavachas, Kalayas, and Hiranya Purvavasis, those living in Hiranyapura. They are all enemies of the demigods. Then we have Patalok. The serpent Vasuki lives with his associates. Patalok is also known as Naglok, where there are many demoniac serpents. So these are all just a little idea. There's not a great deal of information about these lower planetary systems. And to be honest, we don't want to be also knowing too much about these lower planets. It's not that important. So below that, there is the 28 hells, Narakalok, where if one has done some really bad karma, one may go for a short period of time just to suffer the effects of that bad karma. There you go. This is a little bit more different picture, where we also have the different planets in this solar system. This is regarded to be Earth, in fact. And the lower planetary systems are, of course, below. There's Narakalok, Prithulok is also here. And it's said that at the bottom is Lord Kurma holding up Anantashesh, on whose hoods is Jambudweep or Bulok. Bulok, actually. So this is a little bit of an idea. Quite an interesting depiction. Below Patalok, there are various planetary systems. Narakalok, slightly above Garbhodaksha Ocean. There are different degrees of suffering for those who have to suffer depending on their wrongdoings. According to the Vedas, there are 28 different hellish planets in total. Prithilok, the king of the Pitas, is Yamraj, son of Surya and Dharmraj. He resides here with his personal assistants. The souls of 3 preceding generations of one's ancestors reside in Prithilok. Shraddh is performed for them by sons and daughters. So this and the story of Khan is one. Prithul Paksha, I can't remember that story actually now. What was the story about Khan? Pitru Paksha. Can't remember that one. Ram performed Shraddh as well. In fact, it was a very interesting pastime how Ram went to Gaya to perform Shraddh, and he went looking for him and Lakshman went looking for some items to do the Shraddh because they were instructed that way. In the meantime, the auspicious time for the Shraddh was nearly over. So the priest said to Sita, who was there, that you have to do the Shraddh, you have to complete the Shraddh. But she said, no, my Deva is not here. Ram is not here. How can I do the Shraddh? He said, well, you have to do it. Otherwise, the auspicious time goes. In Dashrath Maharaj, he will be struggling. So she performed the Shraddh. So sometimes people say that ladies can't perform the Shraddh, but we have the example of Sita Mata doing it. Places such, and she did it at Gaya. Places such as Gaya, Varanasi, Haridwar, etc. are recommended to perform Shraddh. So I wanted to stop there. Any questions? Any comments? Okay.
One question, Prabhuji.
Yes.
In the Pitrulok where Yamraj stays, is that where we go after death so that we get our karmas balanced or punishment given?
Yes. It would be where one would be taken, so the judgment is passed by Yamraj. Yeah.
This is for those whom Yamraj, his people come and take it, not for those who worship Vishnu, isn't it?
Yes. They wouldn't necessarily have to go via Yamraj. They would have a different path. Those who worship Vishnu, Krishna, they have their own, the Lord has his own plan for them. That's right. It may still include going to Yamraj, but it wouldn't be for punishment. It wouldn't be for punishment. It would be for liberation. Because Yamraj he's also known as Dharma. He's also known as, no, he's not known as Dharmraj. He's known as Yamraj, but he's the son of the Dharmraj. So he's very close to Dharmraj. Sometimes he's known as Dharmraj. He's almost like, the interchangeable. So he would reward the devotees, basically. He would send them to the spiritual world. Yeah. Good.
Very interesting all this is. And this is all in the Srimad Bhagavatam, isn't it?
A lot of this is in the Bhagavatam.
Lot of it, yes.
That's correct. Yeah.
And sorry, he is Ganga's brother, is he? Yamraj.
Yamraj, brother-wise.
I think, is it Yamuna's brother?
Yeah. No, I think Ganga, because somebody's
Yamuna.
Yeah. If you have a bath in Yamuna, then something's story This you can
That's right. That's right.
wash your whole scene, everything in your life. You were did. I don't know.
That's
Something like that.
Yes, Yamuna and Yamraj are brother, sister, very close to each other. And yes, bathing in the Yamuna is very amazing.
It's an interesting story. When I was 13 years old, and our primary school teacher took us 13 students to Delhi, Agra, Mathura, that's whole stuff. And my mom sent me, first time I went out from home. And when, જ્યારે ત્યાં મથુરામાં નાહવા માટે અમને ફોર્સ કરવામાં આવ્યો હતો કે તમારે એમાં ડૂબકી મારવી જોઈએ અને તમે તમારું બધું તમારા પાપ ધોવાઈ જાય. હવે મને સમજાય છે કે ત્યારે નાનામાં શું પાપ હતા ખબર નથી, પણ it was so cold. જ્યારે બહાર આવ્યા ને તો અમારા આંગળા પણ કામ નહોતા કરતા. અમે ક્રિસમસની રજામાં ગયા હતા.
Oh, December is very cold.
Oh my God. And that time was very cold. હવે તો બધી જરાક બધી ચેન્જ થઈ ગયું છે બધું weather wise બધે, પણ I'm talking about nearly 55 years back, 60. So it was really, really, and મોટા ઓલા કાચબા મોટા એટલા મોટા કિનારા ઉપર હોય, તમે પાણીમાં જાતાય બીક લાગે.
I see. Yeah.
First time I remember.
In December, it's chilly. That's very true. And the Yamuna is very cold.
Very cold, yeah.
Very cold.
It's my first experience, I know.
You did well. You did well. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Madhuban. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Sanatan Dharma ki jai.